In this video, I'm going to be talking about how I go about analyzing and breaking down a base, trying to figure out a plan of attack. Mostly like to use a quad laloon, but sometimes I do use a kill squad based or queen walk based laloon. This particular video we're going to be looking at number 13. 13 was hit only once prior to my attempt, and I used 15 mess, but right before that Casper hit it, and Casper did a very good job but didn't quite get it. He's coming in a kill squad from the north. He dropped one loon on the south mortar here just to, I guess, clear it, get it out of the way. Figured one loon would do it. That little black bomb there, figured things would go a little bit different. So he's coming in with his kill squad, and I'm a little bit worried at this point because I noticed the queen is a little bit far from that entry, and I'm thinking she might not go down. Typically you want your kill squad to take down the defense A queen. It's a nice wide funnel, so he got that portion down very well. And he didn't use too many troops, just Wiz to funnel and heroes with a couple golem, and he did use the 2 jumps. I'm guessing he figured the 2 jumps were going to get to that queen, but without enough additional troops, it just did not pan out. So he's coming in with his laloon portion already. He doesn't want to waste too much time. And when I saw him coming in from this side, I was a little bit worried because of that sweeper. He's coming into the sweepers, and he does have 5 haste, so that would be a huge help. I like that he brought in the hound, CC Max Hound, to travel across, all the way across, hopefully pull the queen all the way to that hound so that the pups could take her down. And look at here, she goes outside the wall. Who would have thought? It's coming along real nice, except that queen really wreaked havoc. He's down to 1 haste, and just did not work. Didn't go quite as planned. The queen did not go down. He came against the sweeper, which I thought were not the best approach. So I'm thinking, when I look at this base, I'm thinking there is a moat here that creates a sort of separation. It kind of divides the base. Let me look for my attack here, right here. Now this moat has nothing there. I already saw where the Teslas were. There's 2 out here by this AD. There's one next to between the mortar and the cannon, another one over here next to that archer tower. So I know there's nothing in this moat. And you've got storages on this section here. The only defensive building is this tower here. So really, if you're coming in from this backside behind the sweeper, which would be ideal, also keep in mind this sweeper is facing that way. So if you do a clockwise rotation going this way, you should be fine. This dead space here will help with that rotation. Your balloons won't start traveling up in this direction. Natural pathing will bring them this way. So that's my idea for the laloon portion. And I want to come in with a kill squad because I didn't want my loons to path this way towards the 6 o'clock, while my hounds will path straight to the core / 12 o'clock area, 10 o'clock area. So the hounds would be out by themselves, loons would be out here getting banged up. So I figured we need a kill squad on this, but we need to do it with one jump, and we need to get a lot of value out of it. So I thought Shattered Gobo, that CC, and CC is easy to get to. If I come in, and so is that Queen, if I come in from this side here and put a jump right on that whiz tower, I'll get my troops to come in towards this X-bow compartment and take out these defenses as well. So essentially, I'll be splitting the base in two. From the CC north will be kill squad, CC south will be laloon. So that's the idea. And I want to try to funnel with as little troops as possible. I know that I could put a baby dragon on that electric collector without a problem. I brought in the north golem first because I knew that I was going to have to clear that, because the CC was going to come running out pretty quick, and there they come. So I also know I got to get those bowlers in there quick too to help with the CC, and also to make sure that they can go in, get that jump. So they have to use those exterior buildings, cookie crumbs if you will, so that they can get close enough to that jump so that they can take it. I did drop that Queen a little bit late, so she didn't take the jump. But she's walking around to clear those exterior defenses, and I'm okay with that. I would have liked the bowlers to go towards the BK at that X-bow, but they did not. But they're still getting me some good value, and so I'm okay with that too. Here, I got a lot of value for that kill squad. Look, they pretty much annihilated that north section. I did bring in a hound from this army camp side, and it is a camp hound. It's not max. I knew there was going to be a black bomb there. I'm trying to pick up some bombs. I know there's a lot of bombs by the whiz towers also, but I didn't want to expose the hound too much. Although now that I look at it, this attack failed because I brought him in from the campsite 6 o'clock, and I brought in the other hound from 2 o'clock, because I do want to tank on that archer tower, air defense, because I have these 2 Teslas here to worry about. So I want to make sure that I'm getting my loons tanked to cover those Teslas. Now, unfortunately, I lost 2 balloons that I went a little bit too far to the west, northwest, and I had 2 balloons that targeted that archer tower, which is a shame because I had already counted exactly how many loons I was going to lay down for this section of the base, and 2 loons really hurt a lot. But what hurt me the most was dropping those hounds so early and the loons so far behind. Here, you're going to see my hounds are getting banged up, and I did think that with the small buff that they got after the update, they might be able to handle it, but no, it's not. It's not much. So anyhow, watch how these hounds get banged up, and boom, one popped, and there goes the other one, and the loons are not even on top of the defenses yet. So needless to say, you're going to see my loons start falling like flies. So that's what killed this attack, but I still wanted to show it to show or to demonstrate how I was planning to hit this base. The only real mistake I made here was sending in the hounds early or much earlier than the loons. I should have sent the loons and then the hounds right after. The only exception would probably be this 3 o'clock AD, because it's so close. The loons would have got banged if I would have sent them first, but still I had to have been faster on the loon portion. At this point I know it's over, so I just dropped a skelly spell on that expo to distract a little bit, but you know, it was a done deal. That did not go well, but you get an idea of what I'm thinking when I'm looking at a base. Here on number 9 was my other attack. Let's pause that. On this particular base, it looks a little bit difficult. You've got all the AD to one side. You've got 2 X-bows over here. Way off to the side, you've got a centered AQ and a small whiz tower farm over here. This is not a fresh hit. Oh geez, I need to show you the hit that Hector did on this, and he did a great job on it. It was so close. He almost had it, he just ran out of time. So he's coming in with a queen walk, which is difficult with all these trash buildings, but he does it, and he does a pretty good job with it. It is a fresh hit for him. This is done early in the war, and he does pretty good with it. He does get to take out 3 AD, which is phenomenal. And notice that there's not a lot of defenses defending those AD. Those AD are very exposed, with the only real thing that's defending them are all the trash buildings outside the wall. It's 2 times this to speed it up a little bit. He has some wall breaker fails, mostly because of those Teslas there that just surprised the hell out of him. I'm sure he didn't know they were there. And so he keeps trying. He brought in plenty of wall breakers, so he finally gets in. But by that point, the AD are already wreaking havoc on his healers, because she walked a little bit more than he wanted. But she still manages to take down those AD, the Queen, and the CC. Check this out. I mean, this is just amazing that he got this done, considering she had no healers left. So he's coming in with his loons. He's doing very well. He's got a heal for that Wiz Tower double X-bow portion. And here it goes. Great placement on the spells. Everything's working out. 2 hounds have not popped. That's a big problem. But one eventually does pop here. But those loons got so banged up with those wizards, even with the heal, because the wizards' towers were spread out enough that the heal couldn't cover all of them. But see, he just ran out of time. Had both hounds popped, he might have made it. Also, another thing I would recommend or suggest, since he took out the 3 ADs on the north and east side, he only had this one at 4 o'clock. Send in 1 hound, send in your loons right behind them. Everything else exactly the same, but only send 1 hound. Once your AD goes down, send in the 2nd hound on this wizard tower. If you do that, it'll tank these X-bows and that wizard tower and this archer tower. Now you essentially have tanked or distributed the tanking of the hounds more efficiently. That's if you get lucky enough to manage to take out 3 AD and you have 2 hounds in the bag, and one of them is one of the defensive ADs is so accessible from the outside that it's going to go down fast. Now that's a luxury. You can drop 1 hound on a high splash area like where these Wiz Towers are with those Expos right behind them. That would have been amazing. He might have been able to get that 2nd hound popped. Just a suggestion. But when I'm looking at that, I'm thinking it's going to be very iffy if I can duplicate that queen walk. As you saw, he lost the healers. It was difficult for him to get the wall break, and things might not go my way, and I might miss the CC. I might miss the defensive AQ, or maybe I don't get 3 AD. I don't know. So it was very iffy. Too many things could go wrong. So I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I could go in with a kill squad, maybe a shattered gobo, and take out all these corners and work my way towards the middle, jump right in here, and my my troops would easily take down these two AD, CC, Queen would be in range, and then maybe the Queen or some bowlers or wizards, something will take out that AD. If not, I didn't have a problem coming in with my loons on that AD. It would have still been manageable, and so I was okay with this. I could have taken down the Teslas out here too with part of my kill squad. I mean, this was doable, but after I built my army, I started to see the base a little bit different. I had to do tons of changes, tons of tweaks. I'm thinking, well, how am I going to draw the CC? There's Teslas out here. I can't come in from the north. There's a Tesla outside this cannon, and there's an AD there. There's a good chance that I might waste a heal and 3 loons to draw the CC. Yeah, I'll get the draw, but I won't get much value other than taking down the Tesla. I would love to take down another defensive building if I'm going to use a haste and some loons, 3, maybe 4. But with that sweeper there, it was going to make that task iffy. So I didn't like that entry, and so I'm looking where else can I come from. There's a sweeper here that makes this entry a little bit iffy, and you know, I want value if I'm going to draw the CC. So I'm thinking, geez, my only thing left, maybe I can come in from up here. But with the AD, double AD, it could be iffy too if the loons path toward the AD. If they go to the Archer Tower, it might work, but there's Teslas here, so I don't know. That was too iffy for me. The safest place, and when I do a CC draw, I like to be safe. The safest place for me would be this Archer Tower right here. I don't want to do an Archer Tower. I want to get more value, so I want to take down a Wiz Tower. And these 2 Wiz Towers seemed about equal distance from that Archer Tower. I wanted to take down this one because it's further away from the pathing that's of the loons that it's going to come this way. They're going to path this way. Whether I use a ground-based kill squad or just a quad loon, which I'm starting to lean toward at this point because I'm thinking it's going to be safer. I can put down a giant on these Teslas here, a haste, and some loons. Bring in my hound also from this area to tank that Archer Tower and to tank the AD, because if not, my loons were going to go down pretty quick. And I'm going to double hound this AD. The other one's going to come from this area because there is going to get double whammy from those 2 AD. Of course, I'm going to bring some loons from here, here, and over here. Eventually over here. This will be, I have to time that. But I'm still thinking kill squad. So I'm thinking haste this Archer Tower. Normally I use 3 loons, but I'm thinking I want to get down a Wiz Tower, one of these 2. So I'm going to use 4 loons, and I'm going to send them 2 at a time because of the splash damage from the Wizard Towers. So that's the plan. Okay, that's how I'm going to get my CC draw. And so, yeah, if you're going to do a quad loon, you have to draw the CC if it's not going to be a hound or loons or something like that. So I know that there is a baby dragon, witch, and I think a couple wizards. So I've got the CC down. I'm going to use a minion to anchor to pull the witch and our wizards and the baby dragon and leave the skeletons behind. So the minion is going to be out here because I want my queen to start taking down all these buildings out here. She's going to start cleaning up as soon as I start my laloon portion. And what else? So yeah, I'm going to send in my laloon from this 12 o'clock, work my way towards 3 o'clock, and then all the way down to 6. Gonna go with 1 heal in this Expo Wiz Tower area, and the rest of the haste to speed these guys along all the way through. I do have a Skelly because I'm gonna use that for the Queen. Notice also I'm thinking Expos. Where's the bomb tower? Way over here. Queen's gonna pass this way, or rather walk towards this AD once my loons come, or rather hounds come into her range. Okay, great. I don't have to worry about the bomb tower. How about the X-bows? Sometimes they're set to ground. They're going to attack your skellies, but these are set to air. But being out of range, they may, and if I drop my skellies inside the AQ compartment, which I probably will have to because I don't think she's going to jump the wall into the AD compartment. So I'm taking that into consideration, but I'm looking that this X-bow is in range of this AD. If I put a hound there, that it'll tank the X-bow. I don't have to worry about that X-bow. This X-bow doesn't have that range, but if I drop the skelly in that corner there, it'll be out of range of that X-bow. So I'm taking all that into consideration also. So I go ahead, let's push play, go ahead and do my CC draw. What in the world is taking so long? There we go. 2 and then another 2. I knew that black bomb was there based on the previous attack. I wasn't sure which wizard tower they were going to hit, but they did all go in the same direction, so I was very lucky and happy. One wiz tower did go down, so that's a huge boost. The minion draws all the CC except for the skelly, so that's a nice little trick. And at this point, you have no choice. You have to start using your ground troops. Here come the skellies, but not before the rest of the baby dragon goes down, and then the queen right after. If the skellies catch up to the witch, I am forced to drop my BK on her because I don't bring a poison. I like to bring haste. So there goes my giant to start tanking those Teslas, but he goes down pretty quick, and my loons didn't get their tank. So I lose a couple of loons. There was a red bomb there that I did not see before. I backed up my loons with another loon to make sure all those Teslas go down. And here, my heroes cleared that whole 3 o'clock area much faster than I thought, and much faster than I expected. And so I'm getting ready to continue my plan of bringing in troops from this way towards the mortar that was here, but he's gone now. And then, so here you're gonna see the idea. I forgot to mention the idea. I was worried that some of these balloons here were going to pass to the sweeper, to the cannon, and then to this wizard tower. And then these troops, loons, if I would have brought them towards the mortar here, they would have passed this way towards that archer tower, AD this way, and this AD will not go down with the loons. So that was a concern. So my idea was to pinch the loons, come in from the 12 o'clock and come in from the 3 o'clock soon after, and then come in from 2 o'clock to secure or make sure that I'm going to have loons in the back to eventually get to that AD in the event that my loons passed the wrong way. So that was my plan. That's why I'm coming this way first. You see I already dropped the hound there. Here come the loons. But the queen and BK took down those mortars so fast that my loon pathing was going haywire, and so they didn't go the way on the 3 o'clock. They didn't go the way I wanted because the defenses were going down much faster. Good thing I had planned for that bad pathing, and so here come the backup loons to take down that AD. But it was not necessary. As you saw there, the cannon went down with a single drop on the sweeper. So now the loons closest pathing is this AD. Luckily for me, the queen did jump the wall. I waited just long enough because I wasn't sure she was still moving around, and she did jump, and boom, there goes the skelly spell right after. I noticed my loons start pathing this way. So I'm trying to do everything at once here. Okay, I've dropped my skelly. Back end loons are coming. I'm dropping my hound. That was the plan because I want to make sure that this whiz tower is also tanking, or rather shooting at the hound. I want to make sure this X-bow is going to be shooting at my hound. And of course I'm trying to save these loons over here. but everything's happening fast. It picks up that black bomb. I did know that was there, but I was hoping to avoid it, but I didn't. But that's okay, because I want my hounds to pop, and I'm losing too many pups. That was due to the bad pathing from the defenses going down so fast. And look at that, my BK walks all the way around. He's clearing everything. These Max Heroes are tremendous. So that wizard tower going down on the CC draw really helped my loon pathing, and it allowed me to put the heel closer to that back end wizard tower so that I don't have an issue with loon health. My last hound didn't pop, but my heroes were so amazing that it didn't matter because they did so much cleanup. They're really a big part of this 3-star. They really helped. Look at the health on that queen. It was it was an amazing attack, but I do have to admit those Max Heroes significantly helped it. So that is how I was analyzing that base, and you saw how I analyzed the previous base, and we also saw a couple of misses, and if we didn't clear one of them, number 13. That was a tough one, but all in all, it's still a learning experience. Hope you guys got something out of it, and I'll see you on the next one.